Hello and welcome to BRM Legends on Tap, where we discuss common business relationship management challenges with our panel of BRM Legends. Here's your host, Mark Rovers.
Thank you for joining BRM Legends on Tap. I'm Mark Rovers, here with the BRM Legends on Tap, Sherry Lilly and Mark Sullivan. Today we're going to talk about, I'm new to the BRM role, what should I focus on first? And we're doing this with Melanie Lamantz. So Melanie, please share your thoughts on deciding what to focus on first as a new BRM.
Thanks, Mark. I think one of the first questions you have to ask yourself is, did your company just create the BRM capability? And if so, why? If BRM already existed and you've just been promoted to BRM, well, congratulations. I myself had been with NOV for 5 years when I was told, congratulations, you're going to be a BRM. And I said to myself, great, but what is a BRM?
Yeah, so Melanie, what did you find out?
Well, I think it goes back to understanding why the BRM capability was introduced in the first place. Was your team focused on the right work? What were the issues that led leadership to say, we need this capability? And once you understand that, you can start to determine the top level goal for your function.
So Melanie, after that, what were your next steps?
Well, role clarity is essential to having a successful BRM capability. And since BRMs are often involved in many different teams, understanding what a BRM is and is not, or what a BRM does or does not do up front will help with any confusion about who's responsible for what. Keep in mind the importance of having executive level sponsorship. If BRM is new to your organization, it's going to take some time for everyone to understand why the BRM role exists. Get familiar and start using RACI charts. It's a great tool to help document and define who's responsible, accountable, consulted, or informed, and will really help provide role clarity to your business partners and teams.
That makes total sense, Melanie. So what else should you focus on?
Now you need to identify who are your business partners and key stakeholders that are going to become part of your primary focus. Gather as much information about them as you can, about the business or function, and if possible, start spending a day in their lives. You really have to know how the business works and what is important to them, which we will cover that in more detail in a future episode.
I like that. But what about organizational culture and values? Does that need to be part of your initial focus?
Yeah, if you've been with your company for some time, you should have a pretty good feel for your organization's culture and values. If you're starting off new with a company, hopefully you did some research on the company culture before your interview process. Either way, culture is the personality of your organization, and it is critical to understand that so you can be effective in how you influence decision makers that can truly create value that positively impacts the bottom line.
Great. So once you've identified all those key focus areas, is there anything else you should take into consideration?
Yes, I think it's important to remember that the role will evolve. If continuous improvement is part of the organization's culture, you should always be looking for new and better ways of doing things. And of course, it's very likely that people, processes, and technologies will change several times before you get it right. So be agile, adaptable, and determined to keep pushing forward. I think you'll see great results in doing so.
Could not agree with you more, Melanie. Fantastic information. Thank you so much for sharing. And thank everybody for joining this episode. Please stay tuned, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you will receive automatic notifications when our next episode is being published. And looking forward to see you then. Thank you.
Thank you for watching this episode of BRM Legends on Tap, and be sure to check back for new topics and discussions right here every month.